How's it going, everyone? Welcome back for another episode of Cooking with your boy Aaron. I'm gonna make some shoyu chicken tonight. This is a local favorite. It's kind of like teriyaki, I would say, when we say shoyu, soy sauce. A lot of folks say soy sauce. That's just what it's called, shoyu. It's kind of the Japanese word for soy sauce, I think. Just a little bit of what this dish is. It's kind of like teriyaki chicken. We're going to go ahead and make a braising liquid and then let the chicken braise in the pot over time. 2.5 pounds of chicken. You can definitely add more chicken, but that's about as much as I purchased. I've got 8 thighs or so. For the liquid in which we'll braise, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of soy sauce. You can use a low salt soy sauce. Good replacement, especially if you want to watch the sodium. You can always add more salt later on. 1 cup of water. It's important. You want to have this ratio. 1, 1, and then 1 cup of water. I'll probably use about half this onion, cut down into 1/4-inch strips. And then I've got a bunch of garlic, ginger. I'd say use about 5 cloves and about 1 inch of ginger. But I'm definitely going to use a little bit more, just because I have it available. The last ingredient here is Japanese mirin. This is rice wine. You can use something similar, vermouth, something dry. This is definitely optional, but definitely gives it a little bit more flavor. Otherwise, just leave this out if you can't find it locally. Alright, now let's talk about the chicken that we're going to use for this. You want to use thighs. You want to use skin on thighs. It's going to have a little bit of a gelatinous texture, especially around the skin and the fat underneath the skin. But this is the cut that gives the best flavor. If you use breast piece, the breast is just not going to absorb the braising liquid nearly as well as thighs. Drumsticks are probably okay. Wings, definitely not. Probably a little too expensive. You want to use thighs. I guess you could use the skinless thighs would be my second option. Ahead of time, you could start to brown this chicken if you want a little bit of texture. That's optional. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it in and braise this once the liquid comes up to temperature. Went ahead and turn on my stove. I'm going to add 1 cup of water, approximately. I'm also going to add 1 cup of soy sauce. I'm also going to add 1 cup of brown sugar as well. I went and added a little bit more water just to clean out the cup and to make sure that that sugar dissolves. And we're going to bring this to a simmer. I'm going to go ahead and add a couple ounces of this mirin, the Japanese cooking wine. This is optional. Just like to have the flavor in there. I'm going to go ahead and put half an onion in there. I would prefer to use green onion. If you get some green onion instead, that would definitely be the preference. I'm just going to go ahead and throw some white onion in there as well. About half an onion. Last ingredient I've got is the ginger and the garlic. There's a lot of it. I'm just going to throw it all in there. What I went ahead and did is I grated the ginger and I roughly chopped up the garlic. I'm just going to throw it all in there. You can strain this all off later on when we reduce this down to make the sauce, but in it goes. I'm going to let this kind of simmer a little bit. I want the onion, the garlic, the ginger to start to cook a little bit. Start to release its flavor, and then we'll go ahead and throw the chicken inside afterwards. Looking at our braising liquid, it's starting to come up to temperature. You can see the boiling is starting. You don't want to raise the temperature too high. You're going to burn everything. So probably cut the heat out and get ready to put our chicken in. Now note, after you're done braising, what you do with this sauce that's left over is you're going to reduce this, and that'll be the sauce for the chicken itself. It's a little unfortunate I only have the white onion. Again, I prefer to use green onion if you can get it. Alright, got all the chicken in the pot. Probably about 9 pieces or so in there. I've got it so it's submerged in the liquid. I'll probably turn this over in a few minutes, but you're just going to want to watch this. Don't let the temperature get too high. You're just looking for a nice little braise here. It's probably going to take about 20-25 minutes. I'll put the real time in the description when I'm checking it here. Alright, everything's going in the pot. I'm just going to put a lid on it. Let it cook a little bit more evenly on the top. I'm going to let the steam escape. And we'll come back in a few minutes, see what this looks like. Okay, back after about 35 minutes of cooking. Chicken looks done. Now what should happen is the chicken should pretty much be fork tender. You shouldn't need a knife to cut into the chicken. And that's pretty much it right there. Looks good to me. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take the chicken out of the pot and leave the liquid. And I'm going to let it reduce, and that will become the sauce that you'll add on top of the chicken if you want a little bit to go with your rice as well. Alright, it's pretty much done to me. Now what should happen is it should be pretty much fork tender. You should just be able to eat this without a knife. Nice little fork there. And then in the pot, I've still got all of the liquid, all of the sauce. I'm going to go ahead and reduce this a little bit, and then this will be the sauce for the chicken. Could strain out all this other stuff. I'd probably do that. But that's pretty much it. We'll go ahead and plate this up and eat in just a second here. Alright, ready to plate up? This is done. I went ahead and I reduced the sauce that was remaining in the pot by about half, maybe a little bit more than that, just by turning up the heat in the pot after removing the chicken. Gonna do this over white rice, so just gonna get a couple pieces here, put it right on top of the rice. Got a couple pieces on top of the rice, then go ahead and just take the gravy. Then I go ahead and put the sauce. Decided to go ahead and throw some sesame seed. I just did it for presentation, just to make it look a little bit more appetizing, but that's it right there. Shoyu chicken and rice. Now one of the things I would love to have with this is some Hawaiian mac salad. I'll probably do that in another video. That's your local plate lunch. In a nutshell, you gotta have all three of those things: shoyu chicken, chicken katsu, chicken cutlet, barbecue meat, mac salad, and rice. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, thank you for watching.